Welcome to Good Neighbors. You know, a lot of things are going on, not just in our community, but also in our nation. And here on Good Neighbors today, we have an individual who's a regular. He's very learned of his field as well as other things in life, but we're not even going to go there. And he just started another television program on Time Warner Cable, Channel 15. He'll tell you more about that. And it has to do with money. Mr. Gary Silverman, how are you doing today, sir?
Fine, Sametta. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And of course, remind individuals of who you are and what you do concerning your profession, your life, your career.
I'm Gary Silverman. I'm a certified financial planner. We have an office called Personal Money Planning here in Wichita Falls, Texas. And we basically help people manage their money and figure out how to plan for retirement, figure out how to get through retirement, and cash flow matters, budgeting, those kind of things.
Now, you say manage your money, you know, and you already know what the topic is. So
yes, I do.
We're going to let everyone else in on it. Of course, you know he talks about money. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about stimulus. Mm-hmm. Now, I noticed there's another name it might be called. Others may not be familiar with it.
Well, there's several things going on here because there's actually two different plans.
Okay.
Both of which on the 10th were kind of revealed.
Okay.
And one, the Senate passed a stimulus plan on the 10th. The House had passed one earlier. And then the Treasury Secretary came up with the, let me see what the name's called, the Financial Stability Plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to have my cheat notes in front of here because these things change about every minute, it seems. And one is geared toward the general economy and one is geared to the banks.
Okay.
But you got to get the bank one working to get the general economy working. So it's really, if you want to think of it, it's an overall plan in a couple, 3 or 4 different parts.
Okay, well, let's backtrack and go over the definition of stimulus. We're hearing it so much in the news, you know, this stimulus. And there's a definition on the screen, refers to the use of fiscal policy, government spending, or tax measures to support or revive an economy in recession. Now, a while back, we said we weren't in recession, so now it's saying that the economy is in recession. So now we're in recession. Well, some people, I'm not claiming it, and stimulus needs to take place in the economy to help the whole world.
Well, it doesn't have to, but it might help.
Okay.
And there's some arguments out there. Some people say we should not have any stimulus plan. We should just go through the recession. Whoever was weak will die. Whoever is strong will live. Kind of survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Yeah, pulling out of the bucket.
And if whoever makes it through, and they make it through stronger.
Okay, but you're saying that, and I hate to say, some people say that individuals who have a lot of money might say that, or in a good position would say that, but doesn't that trickle down?
No, actually, I'm here for all camps.
Okay.
Now, the majority of people think that something needs to be done because the majority of people don't want to feel any pain.
Okay.
And this is going to be painful to everybody. And it's actually probably more painful to the rich folks, although you probably won't still feel sorry for them because after the pain, they're still better off than you are. But still, it's probably more painful to them because they have more of their money in some of these areas that are affected.
Now, for layman's term, I'll put it like this. If you've always eaten beans and cornbread, tomorrow it's not going to make a big difference. But if you're used to eating steak, and we're not talking about just a regular, we're talking about you're used to eating porterhouse and having wine and champagne with it. Now you have to have Kool-Aid and eat a bologna sandwich. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you're used to flying on an airplane and they take away your peanuts, well, that's no big deal.
Yeah.
If you're used to flying in your own jet and now you got to fly in coach with the rest of us, it's a big deal. Still, you don't feel sorry for them. But still, I mean, everybody's going to feel some pain out of this thing. I mean, it's like anything else. Somebody will probably be rewarded out of it, but most people are going to feel pain. The whole thing is, how much pain do we want to go through?
Okay.
And how many people do we want to allow fail? Because if you allow enough banks to fail, then you'll have the automotive companies failing, and you'll have the airlines failing, and you'll have the housing industry failing. And, underneath all those failings are people who work on those jobs.
Definitely.
Now, you may not feel sorry for the big mucky-muck investment dude who's making $5 million a year plus bonuses in some high-rise in New York City. But realize there's the file clerks and
the ones he's hired
and the analyst people, and then the people he takes his dry cleaning to, and the person who grooms the dog. And although I still think a Floby works pretty good there, but you've got those kind of people, and they lose their jobs because that person's not pushing that money out into the economy. So good and bad trickle down. And this is trying to make sure that there's more to trickle down, I guess. The problem is this is both more of the same and unprecedented.
Okay.
Because you'll hear, things are different now. This is the worst thing we've been in since whatever. It's always different. Every crisis you're in is different.
And when it affects you, you take it on as something, something that affects somebody across the street. Oh, okay, well, they don't have the water on today. Yeah, I'll take them some bottled water. But when it comes to you and you go try to turn on that valve, it's like, wait a minute.
We got a problem.
Coming to an end.
We got a problem, yeah. And then that's kind of what the definition is, recession and depression. When you lose your job, it's a recession. When I lose my job, it's depression. Yeah, so that's the thing that people are seeing. We don't notice it as much in this area, okay, because our economy never soared. We didn't see housing prices double in the last few years. Those things didn't happen, so they didn't crash. But I've got friends who's in California, in Nevada, in Florida, whose housing prices have gone down 30 to 50%.
Man.
And imagine you thought you had a house that was worth around here. I'll use equivalent terms, like maybe $180,000. A very nice house in this area, and it's now worth $100,000. Or you used to have a house worth $120,000, and now it's worth, say, $80,000.
Yeah,
that's
a big
shock.
difference. Oh yeah,
especially if you were counting on one of those little home equity loans to afford your kid's college, and that was your plan. You had all this equity bill in the house. You go borrow against it. Well, the house isn't worth that anymore, so they won't give you the money. Now, again, we're not seeing it as bad here yet, at least. But in many parts of the country, some of the more populated areas of the country, and some of the most influential areas of the economy, where it comes to politics, they're feeling intense pain.
Well, I would say even right up the street. Well, I say right up the street because to me, like Dallas and Fort Worth is a popcorn trip. But someone went up there recently. They went shopping in a popular store, and they were talking to someone, and they just asked, how's everything going up here? I'm from Wichita Falls, and they said the person kind of generally, everything's going fine. But then when you kind of talk to them a little bit more, they were like, we've lost our 401k, we've lost this, and we've lost that, and we've lost that. And it's like, man, until you see it in the face, even though it hasn't affected you, but until you see it, and you put a person with it, it's like, oh my God, this is real.
Well, let me almost back up and do a little economics 101.
Okay.
Because you're going to see different waves coming through this. And the first wave you ever see usually is the stock market. The stock market is what we call a leading indicator, which means people who own stocks or looking to buy stocks or looking to sell stocks look to the future and try to guess what's going to happen in the future.
Okay.
If they see the clouds on the horizons or whatever, then they begin maybe selling off some of their stocks. And so the stock market begins going down before those clouds actually get here. Okay. Then the clouds, which are really the economy, the true weather that you actually see, it has problems, obviously, and it goes down. But unemployment doesn't go down as soon as the economy goes down.
No.
Because businesses, you're used to ups and downs. You don't fire somebody every other day and then hire them back again, just depending on the clientele. No, you're going to hang on a little bit, not knowing if this is going to be deep or not. Once you know it's deep, though, then you begin laying off people. So you first have the stock market go down.
Okay.
Then you have the economy go down. Then you have employment go down, or if you want to call it, unemployment go up. Now, it's going to do the exact same thing coming out of this. First thing is the stock market looking to the future and seeing, oh, there's sunny skies ahead. Now, it's going to bounce around as it sees sunny skies and it sees, no, that's a rain cloud. No sunny skies, no rain cloud. You're going to see the zigzag effect. It could last the rest of the year, the zigzagging. It may stop in 2 months. Nobody knows. But it zigzags for quite a while. Then it comes back up. Eventually, those sunny skies actually arrive. The storm is past, and the economy actually grows. But that doesn't grow jobs immediately.
That's right.
Because the company's kind of a little wary and stuff, and they need to build up their fortunes again. They may have put people on 30-hour weeks instead of 40, so they bring it back to 40. They're still not sure. They bring up the overtime to 50 hours a week or something like that. Then if that keeps going for a few months or even a year or so, then they begin hiring folks.
Because you're not going to see the numbers right then, right off.
So the stock market could be coming up, and the economy could actually be getting better. Now, it's not like it came back to where it was, but at least it's not going down anymore. And you could still have people losing jobs at even an increasing rate until the businesses feel comfortable enough to stop that and to bring people on. So don't be surprised